Hi guys, today I want to talk about 3 different ways that people express anger. It's really important to identify which way you express anger, if you do at all. Do you internalize or do you outwardly express it? And I want to talk about some ways to combat those expressions of anger because they may be disruptive to you, to yourself, and to others. Okay, so there's 3 main ways. There's the obvious one, aggression and perhaps violence. The second way of expressing anger is internal aggression. And the third way is passive aggression. So I want to go over what aggression and violence looks like. So this can include shouting, swearing, throwing things, and being verbally abusive, threatening, or even physically violent. This type of anger is obvious, and this is what most people think of when they think of anger. And these are people that just want to release and discharge the emotion, and it may cause a lot of pain to others around them because the things you say and the things you do and the things you break, you cannot undo them. So here's some tips to combat this type of anger. So number one, identify the trigger. Identify what makes you mad and stay away from it. Talk it out with somebody. Use breathing exercise like 478. Look it up on YouTube. It's breathing in for 4 seconds, holding it in the belly for 7 seconds, and then releasing for 8 seconds. That should reset the brain and the body to center you. Another thing you can do is just go and take a walk. And another skill that I really love is to reframe the problem in your mind, and that means look at another way to look at it versus the way you're looking at it. Okay, so the second type of anger is internal aggression. This can mean self-harm, self-hatred, maybe not eating and isolating yourself. So the symptoms look like depression or withdrawing. And what to do about this is learn how to express, don't internalize, externalize by talking it out. Get a trusted friend or a person or a therapist so you can talk it out and identify what the root cause is, and look at it with facts and not self-deprecation, and learn how to validate that you have the right to feel these things, but you can still move on. All right, so the third way of expressing anger is passive aggression. So this can include ignoring people, refusing to do tasks, perhaps, being sarcastic but not explicitly saying anything angry or aggressive. This way the person can say, I'm not angry. So this is an avoidance of confrontation. This is not the healthiest because it leaves others feeling confused, and then you are still sitting with the issue. So the best way to handle this is to be clear, to get comfortable with confrontation. I'm not talking about angry confrontation. I'm talking about honest transparency of how you feel, using perhaps I statements, using identification of your feelings to others or to yourself. So any of these ways of expressing anger can be very disruptive, can be unhealthy, can be destructive. So if you express yourself in any of these ways, see if some of the tips I laid out for you here today would help you. All right, thank you for listening.